Hi guys. So it's already the first week of June in my zone 7A, 7B here in Northern Virginia. And what I'm going to do is take you on a perimeter check. A perimeter check is something that I do every single day for my house and for my garden. And again, I don't know where I got this from, maybe the military, but it really is helpful so that you can kind of notice anything that may be causing a trouble for you down the road. So it's just a good habit to have. And again, I do this a couple of times a day, and at the very least every single day. And if you have a home, I would suggest that you do this as well, because you can catch a lot of problems before they start. So it's early morning and I'm starting my perimeter check here, and all I do is I just kind of go around the garden and I try to take notice of anything that may be out of order or out of place. I might see some ants or some other pests that could cause me trouble down the line. I check out the leaves. I check for any type of mottled look, and that kind of lets me know whether something needs extra watering or fertilizer. I'm also looking at my trellises to make sure they aren't leaning over or in any type of predicament where the wind may knock them down or something like that. I also go ahead and check to make sure that my watering is up to snuff. So any sprinklers or watering that I need to take into account, I go ahead and make a mental note of that. I'm also looking at other, chores and things like that I may need to do, like topping off any mulch. I may see some extra weeds that need to be taken care of, and I just take a mental note of that. I have a teenager who's responsible for cutting the grass, so a situation like this, I make a note to myself to, stake those up just to make it easier for him to be self-sufficient cutting the grass. And again, I take note of any problems like trails of ants or flies or anything like that, and that just helps me stay on top of things. This holly bush was struggling for a while, but luckily, I checked on it about every day, and you can see that it's trying to bounce back. But you can catch a lot of things, right? You may not realize that your blueberries are starting to ripen, and the birds might get to them before you do. So then you could go ahead and put a net over them, right? And get you a few blueberries. And that's pretty much it. As you can see, I don't have a large property anymore, but the perimeter check is still pretty essential. I can check all of my cameras. I can check my sprinkler. I can check for any mounds of fire ants and things like that. It's very helpful. Again, I do that daily, at least twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. It helps me get a few steps in. It helps me relax and get some sun and take some breaks during the day.